Hey friends, welcome back. So today I wanted to go over my spring garden layout for my garden this year. Also, I want to show you guys my seed haul. So I wanted to show you guys my seeds from last year, some of the things that I got at Johnny's that did really well, and then a few things that didn't do so well. But then also wanted to show you my seed haul for this year. So this is my layout. It's not very artistic. I'm not artistic in that way. I don't draw, I don't color very well, but I can just make blocks and it'll be just fine. So one of the things, if you notice, there's a space right here that's empty. That is for the tractor to go in and out of the garden. We are doing wood chips, so we're gonna need the tractor to go in and out to dump wood chips and stuff. So I've got this area for it to go down and around, and then there's just a little spot right here too that also is a little bit skinny enough for the tractor. So one of the things I want to do this year is cut flowers. So I am envisioning eventually all along the garden fence I'm gonna have flowers. I want to grow cut flowers and wildflowers and things like that. Maybe eventually I'll do bushes and make it really look pretty. But for now, I'm gonna do like black-eyed Susans. I'm gonna do like tulips eventually, bushier stuff. So we'll see what we end up doing. So I rotate my garden and the things that I plant. So I'm going to do cucumbers here, about 20 plants. I did about 20 plants last year and they did really, really well. I was able to eat a lot. I was able to give a lot. I even pickled some, but I definitely want to concentrate on pickling a lot more. I want to concentrate on pickling a lot more cucumbers this year as well. So that's why there's 20 plants. I might plant more, we'll see, but at least 20. So that's about 2 rows because it's like 10 for each row. These rows are pretty long. Another thing is tomatoes. So I am not growing enough to can. I'm just gonna grow enough to eat fresh, to put some away in the freezer, to give away, that kind of thing. So tomatoes, I wanna do Amish paste. I wanna do some like San Marzano tomatoes, or however you say that, and cherry tomatoes, and some Sun Gold, like orange. They're cherry tomatoes as well then, I guess. Yeah. So overall tomatoes, I didn't write down how many. I'm planning on probably doing about 4 to 5 rows like I did last year. I've got herbs here that I did, that's been there since the beginning of the garden. There's about 2 rows. I currently have like 1.5. I just need to extend it more and to add some new herbs. Also beans. I'm going to plant pole beans and bush beans. Mainly a lot of bush beans. I'm gonna do some of those runner beans. They do really well, but I don't need to plant very many, like maybe 4, because they do so well. I also wanna do okra. I'm gonna do about 20 of those. They do really well down here in the south. I also have some purple okra, or red okra that I planted last year. They're beautiful. I'm planning on doing those again, but also just some regular green ones. My husband does not like okra. I do, but I want to pickle them this year. And then if we have too many or they get too big, we'll give them to the pigs. It's really high in nutrients for them. I have a few different things I want to do with the okra. I bought an okra book, I think 2 years ago. And it's really neat. So I'm gonna see if I can do something with the okra. And then on the far end of the garden is squash and zucchini. I'm only going to plant about 5 of each plant, just because we don't eat a lot of it. I'm planning on giving most of it away and then freezing it shredded to make like squash and zucchini casserole or zucchini bread or something like that. We don't really eat it a lot. I do like, okay, but one thing, I do like it grilled. It's very delicious grilled. The other thing is strawberries. I already have some strawberries planted, but I do need to get some more. A lot of them have died off, so I need to get more strawberries. I love a fresh strawberry. You cannot beat a fresh strawberry. The store does not cut it. So I'm gonna do about 8 rows. I want to plant a lot of them. Also watermelon. I think I said 10 on here, but I don't think I'm gonna plant that many. I'm only gonna plant like 5 because I only do 1 row of watermelon. They get big, they spread out, and they'll go around the strawberries, which I'm okay with. So watermelon, I haven't been the most successful with watermelon, but I think I haven't really been very diligent with them either. Also, let's see, potatoes, garlic, and onions. I already have that planted there. We've actually pulled the potatoes up. They are ready for us to store. And then we're going to plant the ones we've saved. Let me show you. So these are the, like, I think I've called them purple, but I think my husband said they're actually supposed to be blue, though they look purple. Purple potatoes. And they're really fascinating. They are very, very purpley. I'll try to put a photo or something. They're very neat. And we're gonna plant them. They are supposed to be store longer. And then we also like a good red potato. They do really well here. We've grown a lot. These are the ones we planted real late, and then we dug them up. Let's see, was it in November? And we were storing them where it's a little bit cooler. And we're gonna plant these in, I think, March. Is that right? March, I think. If not, I'll correct myself, but we're planning on planting these. These will be our seed potatoes. So they did really well. Also, beside that is peppers, sweet and hot spicy peppers. I want to make a lot of hot sauce this year again, like I did last year, but I need to get a lot more sweet peppers in there as well. But I'm excited to experiment with that again. That was really fun. I also just love a fresh pepper, like a bell pepper or something like that, in just while I'm going through the garden, grab one, and so do the kids. And then pumpkins. Again, I think I don't know. I put 10 on here, but I don't know if I'll be able to fit 10 of them. We'll see. Pumpkins, we don't really like pumpkin, but the reason why I put pumpkins down, it's mainly just for looks, because they're beautiful. I'm hoping that I can get enough to decorate for fall. Let's see. Also, sweet potatoes. I have not been the most successful with sweet potatoes, but we haven't had the best land for it. But where I'm planning on planting this is where it's sandy. So this should do well, being soft and it being able to grow better. So hopefully that will do well. And then the last thing is asparagus. We already have crowns planted there at the very far back corner. So this will be our 4th year. So I'm hoping that we actually get a harvest. So we'll see about that. But this is my plan. So we'll see. I don't know. We might move things around and see which is this might work better, or I might be able to squeeze in a few more. We'll see. But for now, that's my plan right here. So now we are at the seeds. I like to get my seeds kind of like where it's organic and like, but one of the places that I have been getting them at for the last few years is Johnny Seeds. So first I want to go over the seeds that have not done super well. And then I'll go through the ones that have done really well, okay? So the first one that I planted last year were these Carmen's ones, sweet Carmen ones. They're supposed to be these really long, red, sweet peppers. They didn't end up turning red, really. They were long and green, so I don't know. I think they, since it's a hybrid, it switched, and it went back to one of the seeds that they cross-pollinated, I think. I could be wrong. I don't know why it didn't do well, but they're supposed to be these big red ones and they didn't do so well. So I'm going to try it again one more time to see if I did something wrong. I don't think so, but they did fine as like a big green pepper that I just cut up and we sauteed it and ate it like on tacos and stuff. So even if they don't turn out to be these red big ones, I'm going to just plant them anyway. I'm going to order some new ones though and see the difference though. So those are the sweet Carmens. The next ones that didn't do super well were these husk cherries or ground cherries. I really wanted these to do really well. I was really looking forward to them. They're like, okay, so the way I would describe it, it's almost like a blueberry, but like a little bit bigger, like more round. And then also they're a little less sweet. It just means like there's a lot of seeds like in a blueberry. You make jam out of these. I think you can eat them fresh. They have to be really ripe. But I'm planning on making jam with these and adding them in like the blackberries that we have around here. I think that would be a really good mix. So this didn't do super well. I don't know what I did wrong. They didn't really come up and I planted several different times. So I'm going to try it again and order another pack and see if it was just these seeds for some reason. Okay, and then the last one that didn't do super great, which I'm pretty sure is my fault because they did come up and then I kind of forgot about them and didn't take care of them. I planted these several different times. Okay, so the next one is these Super Verde Tomatillos. They didn't do super well. I don't know what happened. They did come up one time, but I did plant like 3 or 4 different times and it still did not do super well. So I don't know if it's the seeds, if I did it wrong or what. I'm going to try it again. Again, I'm going to order another pack and see why they're not coming up. So these I really like because I made like a salsa verde with them. I like to put them in salsa. And they're really good. Okay, so I grew these Round of Hungry sweet peppers. They're really good. But they are like tiny little bell peppers. So they're not like high production type plant, but they're very unique. They're kind of neat. So I'm only going to plant one of them, but they are very delicious. Okay, so the next one are these Helios habaneros. And they are very spicy. These are high production habaneros. I probably, let's see, at least 5 to 7 full harvests of these habaneros. They are orange. They're more the orange kind, and they are very good. They made very good salsa. Hot sauce. You put in hot salsa, that would just be very spicy. But I would definitely recommend this type of these Helios ones. Also, I grew some stevia. That did really well. I was really surprised because I've planted stevia plants before and they didn't do super well, but these lasted a really long time. I forgot to bring them in one time, and so they died off, but that was my fault. But they lasted a long time. I was able to get a lot out of it. I cut them down, they grew again, cut them down, grew them again, that kind of thing. So they did really well. The other thing that did really well was the sage. My husband really likes sage on a lot of different things that we make. So I want to dry it and store it for the winter. But this sage did really, really well. So I'm going to be planting that again. And then one thing I didn't get around to planting was this Long Island cheese pumpkin. So again, we don't really like pumpkin-y stuff, but I want them more for the just to decorate because they're beautiful. So I'm definitely going to make plans to plant these this year. Okay, so that was last year's plants and what I planted. This year, I ordered some more from Johnny's. So I got some of these Sun Gold cherry tomatoes. They're really, really good. I have had the ones from Walmart and they were amazing. Like I bought the plants. So I looked to see if Johnny had them and they did. So I'm very excited to plant these. These Red Flame, I think these are cayenne peppers. They're gonna be for hot sauce. This is an unusual one, which I just couldn't pass not getting. Were these Mexican sour gherkins, cucumbers. So they look like watermelons, like mini watermelons, but they taste like cucumbers. So I'm really excited to, I've never had these, so I'm excited to see how they turn out. Also, these Matt Wild cherry tomatoes are really good. They are really tiny. They're tinier than cherry tomato, which I didn't realize there was such a thing as even tinier than a cherry tomato, but there are. They are really sweet. They're very little. They're just a very delicious tomato. And then also these salt and pepper cucumbers. They are white. Roots and Refuge recommended them, so I'm excited to try these and see if they are something I enjoy. And then the last thing are these Royal Snow Peas. They are purple, and so I'm just fascinated by something that's different than just green. So these are going to be really cool to add to a salad, just to eat as a snack, to cook them down in a stir fry. So I'm excited to try these a lot. All right, so that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Please comment down below, what are your favorite things that you are looking forward to planting this year? Talk to you later. God bless.